Hey buddy, Reverend Michael, Sinister Sidney. It is Wednesday the 25th. Got a few days off work. Got things to do.
Welcome to Sinister Sidney.
Right now I'm gathering up stuff, the things I need to pull that circus tent wall back out. Gonna try and tack down the tarp some more to keep from water building up on it so that we don't have those issues again. We'll do what we can. And then we'll move on from there. Maybe the black lights in the spinning vortex tunnel. I don't know yet. We'll see what we can get done. All right, so here's the plan. You can see how, maybe let's come in here. Yeah, that doesn't help. You can see though how this wall is leaning in. Even though we concreted these posts in and everything, this is soft ground. And when you get that much weight, thousands of pounds of weight on there pulling on it, it was able to bend, it was able to push that pole in. So up here, I've got, can you see that? I've got a rebar through there with a cable hooked on either end of it, either side of it, of the pole. And it's held up there, and that goes through the cracks. Then outside, I've got those coming out of here, hooked together, and they are hooked to a come-along, which is down here to a mount that we used when we were initially putting up the walls. It is nice and deep in there. Hopefully that will hold. And so the idea is to jacket it up. We just sit here and we do this. It is raising it. Let's see how it holds. We're going to hope that the cables all hold. Seems to be coming fairly easy. Oh, I hear it. Unfortunately, we are also almost at a thing. I had to come further than that, darn it. All right, let's readjust. All right, well that worked for that one. Unfortunately, I have the same issue with the second one. And I only have one come along, so I've got to get the corner brace in there, which I can't do by myself. To hold that like that, and then disconnect and do the second one, which we'll figure out what angle we got to do at. But I got that pulled out. That was way in. So looks like we're moving forward. My way through the trees. See? So that's holding that nicely. That seems to be holding in the ground okay. So now we got to push this other one out. In the meantime, I've got to get up there. See that? Tighten that down so that we don't billow as much and we don't have space to catch rain, because we will have more rain, obviously, because we get rain here. I gotta do this side too. All right, we'll work on that part. All right, getting things done. Had to go clear back to the shed again because the battery on my drill died, so I had to change batteries, change drills. You always hear me talking about having an outdoor hunt, especially having a half-mile long outdoor hunt. That's just the trail. So we're going to time this. We're at, I'm going to start at 20 seconds. There we go. Every time that I have to run back to the shed to get something, to change something, to whatever, it takes a while. And of course it takes double that because you have to go both directions. Now, it may not seem like much. Like I said, we're gonna time this walking over there. my path. Now this is to the circus tent, which is on the back corner, the upper back corner. The shed is right about halfway, but on the east side. So if you need to go to the circus tent, which is on the west side in the back corner, or to the ticket booth, which is on the west side in the front corner. It takes a little bit of time. Okay, so we're 1 minute. We're 1 minute. Takes a minute. Takes a couple minutes. Well, that's 4 minutes to 5 minutes every time, if I got it. So usually what I do, and I did today, it's just this wasn't included, is grab a wheelbarrow, throw everything I can think of in it, and head out there. So yeah, it's a little bit of a walk every time. I'm a quick walker, but you know, it's just a pain in the butt. All right, so that took right about a minute and a half to walk that distance. Doesn't seem like much. That makes 3 minutes, 4 minutes, depending on what you got. You got to stop, so that's 5 minutes each time. But when you got to do it 20 times a day, yeah. So what I'm doing now is I've taken some 1x2s, tucked them inside the tarp, into the tarp from the inside, and then pulling it out to taut up the tarp and screwing it down along this edge, which then gives me, see, gets rid of those billows along there. Holds a little tighter, so when the rain, whatever hits, it doesn't build up. But yeah, I need a new battery, so all right, here we go. All right, just a little update. I'm working my way around. Got that end taut. Got the front. I'm moving back to the other sides. I have to get all 4 sides of it done today. That corner there I got as taut as I could, and then poked a drainage hole in the spot that may fill up if there's water coming in. I would rather have water on the inside than have it pull the whole tent down. So anyway, on to the back two. All right, so I got it all the way around. Lifted up, billow's gone, ventilation holes stabbed, or drainage holes stabbed. Notice that I've already started to come off on some of my rings up top. So as always, I find other ways. I'm going to add some extra secures. I've literally now got it stretched so tight that I was pulling off at the top. So it's give and take, man. It's give and take. Got to figure it out. We got to get it to stay. All right, so I added some more. It's kind of hard to see there, isn't it? Added some more security across there. A few more of those clamps. Put a couple straight to the ring instead of clamp to clamp. So if that can hold against the wind, and then these can hold against the rain, then we'll see. And I also reclaimed our come and go, or you know what I mean, by replacing it with a heavy duty chain, a tow chain. It is now anchored there to hold that wall out for security. Now I can use it to use the come along, that's it. Use the come along to pull that section out straighter, although now that I've tightened everything up, I don't know that I'll want to do that because it might put, that's pretty tight there. It could put too much stress against that, pulling against it now. So I might just leave that one. But this, we've got this held up against there. Nice heavy chain, good cable. All right, so Mistress Lori is home from work, so I'm gonna go take a break. And Cody is supposed to be coming over after he gets off work today, and we're gonna work on the maze some on his area. So the day is not over. All right, so I've been working on the dragon tent. I had to get the exit door installed, just those little pieces there. So they got a spot to exit door. And what is that? Oh, that's my ladder. And I had to do a little repair on our Acrometronic dragon. who of course hangs up here. He had this, by the way, if any of you don't know Nightmare Creations, this is a mask actually that I mounted a mannequin into and then run some rods through so that it could be hung and used as an animatronic. And we're a little rougher than you're supposed to be with it, so it had broke a couple braces, and I needed a giant washer. You see that big metal piece there? That is my giant washer. I took a lawnmower blade. I need heavy metal that had at least a 1/2-inch hole in it. Took a lawnmower blade and cut the sides of it off, and it worked beautifully. So I've got the brace in there is held all nice and tight up against it now. Yay, so dragon installed. Of course, we got the fire dragon down there. He's ready. We got several other dragons that go in here, so that'll be fun. Derek and Cody have shown up, so they're gonna get working on the maze. I'm gonna help them with that. Maybe, if we got time, get them down to help me tarp the laser tunnels. That would be nice. But in the meantime, day is still going. So we got the new whiteout hallway, all plasticed and covered up so it'll hold the fog and everything. And tried doing these spring hinges on the doorway, but it's the OSB door that we've got is too heavy, and the walls is slightly an angle, and so they're just not strong enough. So we'll have to figure out some other kind of closure thing to do that. But it got late. We're tired. So Mom is cooking dinner.
Oh,
she's making.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were live.
No, I'm not live.
Or recording, whatever.
Yeah. So we got that done. So I got the.
Alright.
Well, I already showed. I got the dragon. I'm tired. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's like, I don't know, 8:30 now. Been out there all day, so we got stuff done. We keep moving forward. This week I'll get the fog machine out there into the hallway, see how that does for holding the fog, make whatever adjustments we need to do, and moving on. Right, Blur? Right, Blur? Blur. Say hi. This is Blur. That's the little boy. Isn't he cute?
That's my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my baby Blur.
He's big fluffy. All right, so yeah, on to the next one. See you in the funny pages.